Welcome back to another episode of If They Won't Listen. It is episode 51. And as with me, as always, are my co-hosts Spencer and Rich. Rich, what is up?
How you doing, buddy? Man, I have been MIA, and I'm sorry, but I've been having some fun. Like it was a needed respite. But I'm doing great, thank you, Spencer, my man. How are you doing?
Oh, Rich, I'm glad to hear that you're doing so well. I am pretty fly myself. I can't complain. I feel like one of those summer girls in an LFO video.
So I know, man, with that hair back. rocking that headband like it's 2003 Cali.
I put my hair up earlier. I put my hair up earlier, man. I was looking like Jimmy Neutron earlier. I had a hat on, my hair was all sweaty. I put it up, it was boom, it was right up in front. It was rocking.
Wow. Talking about it.
I took your hot pink hair, Rich, but like what you got going on now is like so like OG, man. It's like it's balls to the walls you.
I look so generic. I look like someone's like, yo, that's Steve. I'm like, yeah, probably.
You wouldn't be wrong. You wouldn't be wrong. He could be Keith. He could be a Steve.
Yeah,
he
Joseph,
still looks like
maybe.
a Rich. Joseph.
I appreciate that. You know, I always wanted to be Max when I was a kid.
Why Max?
I don't know. Just Max. I killed it. Max, Maximilian. I don't know.
Yes, Mighty Max. You ever seen Mighty Max?
Of course. I have.
First it started off as a toy, and the best way to describe it is Polly Pockets for dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you know what a Polly Pocket is, it's it was a toy that was usually in like a little compact thing, and then you open it up and it'd be a house, and then it would have tiny little figurines, little sets inside of it.
Yeah.
So with Mighty Max, it'd be something as bad as like a skull. The skull is an island, or like a big old lava mountain or something, and then and inside of it you have Mighty Max fighting some enemies, like and the figures were like choking hazard size.
Oh yeah. There's no way they could sell them today.
Yeah,
it was like they were essentially pill sized. It was ridiculous, but they were fucking fun toys to play.
Dude, they were. I wish I still had mine, just to say I still have my Mighty Max with my Pogs.
It's true. I had the Mighty Max, and then I had an Alien one, which I loved.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of these awesome like childhood memories, Leon, what's going on with you? You got any? I hear you got some AC problems. Have you conquered? Have you conquered your Mighty Max people?
You go from 90s nostalgia to like AC units breaking. I don't understand you. I don't understand your segues, man. But yes, I will tell you, he's right. My air conditioning broke, and I think I told you guys about it in text. I went, man, my AC is fucking broke. It broke.
What kind of AC do you have? Is this like one that's in a window? Is it on the floor?
It's the ones that are
in.
It's the ones that are just outside. It's that outside unit that sits on the side of the house that just like generates like.
Oh, okay. So you
have an HVAC AC then.
I think it's an HVAC AC.
Yeah,
I think
HVAC AC. Yeah,
that's an HVAC. Yeah. I think that's an HVAC system. And then,
now, did you get your coils cleaned in the beginning of the season?
No, shit. I didn't think about that. But
when you get your coils cleaned, that will prevent the breakdown.
Interesting. I did not know about that. But yeah, it broke on Tuesday, right when there was a small storm hitting us, and we had a couple of brownouts, like just little flickers. And then that's when I noticed the AC wasn't working right. So the circuit breaker tripped. So then I just flipped it, thinking, all right, it just had to be flipped. So that was the first thing. And then turned out that's not what it was. It flipped again. And then we called maintenance, and we went back and forth. Maintenance people come in, they say, oh, it was your circuit, it was fixed. Like, no, dude, there's something more to this. So it kept going and going and going, where they would come, they go, we replaced this part, and then leave, and then it wouldn't work after 5 hours. The circuit would just trip again. This led all the way up until Saturday, where in Saturday they replaced. What did they replace? He first off, he replaced the circuit capacitor from a 20 to like a 30 or 25, whatever the max is on circuit breakers. He does that, and then he replaced something else he replaced the motor, because he knows the motor was actually getting a little too hot for it. Okay. So he replaces that, and it's still after 5 hours, the circuit tripped again for whatever reason. And then we had to call, and then finally, I guess it was the capacitor that had to get replaced.
The flux capacitor?
Yeah, the flux capacitor in the AC had to get replaced. And now it's working fine. But it took from freaking Wednesday all the way up to Saturday to get this thing fixed. And I mean, the guy comes in right when I almost need to kind of rush out of the house.
Yeah.
Because my wife wanted to take me to a play on Saturday. And it was kind of cutting on that time where we would have to run, go get dressed, run, go eat, pick up the tickets, and go watch the show. But it all worked out swimmingly. But that was kind of my week. And then of course I'm dealing with like 2 tropical storms hitting us right now. So there's that.
2 tropical
storms. So you got a generator for that?
No, I don't have a generator. I thought about getting one, but I just honestly, man, if power ever went out, I think I would just go to my mommy's or go to my dad.
Like you don't necessarily need a generator that occupies the whole place, but at least if you have something that can keep a phone charged in the refrigerator cool, like that's all you basically need, right?
Oh yeah. I should get a solar powered one.
There you go.
Right? So don't need to depend on fossil fuels and whatnot. You know what I mean? Oh boy. And I'm
do-ragging fossil fuels.
Yeah, I know. And I'm do-ragging it again tonight because I didn't get to do my hair treatment last night. So I'm doing it tonight again. So,
a little coconut oil. You put the turmeric in there?
No, I didn't get any.
You got some nutmeg in there?
I did something else earlier today. My wife had me do what's called a boo detox. And I don't know what it is. It's just like a powder of a bunch of minerals. She's been reading all about it and how it has this really great effect where it pulls toxins and whatever out, and it's good.
Yeah, bro, she's got the nutmeg on there. I'm telling you.
You think that's what I mean? I could,
I don't know what it is.
I could.
Why the nutmeg? Is it covering up the grays or something?
You ever smelled nutmeg? It smells delicious.
It does.
Nutmeg's amazing.
Yeah, so that's why I'd put it there. It can smell good.
Yeah, I got where you're coming from now.
Yeah. So I took a bath in nutmeg earlier tonight, just while reading on my phone, and then eventually I just put the coconut mixture in my hair, do-ragged it up, ate some Chipotle, and that's my life.
What would you get at Chipotle?
Oh, I'm a basic bitch. So that's a bowl, white rice, black beans, fajita, chicken, mild to medium on the side with some cheese and lettuce.
You said chicken like you're from the South. You're like chicken.
Well, I mean, technically I am from the South, man. I'm from Florida.
Florida, where it thunders without rain. Dude,
isn't that your NHL team name, like the Thunderstorms or something like that?
You're so close. You were so close. No,
the Thundershocks.
Thundershocks, is that what it is?
Thundershocks, baby.
Oh, baby. That's a hell of a mascot.
It's like, look, it's the Tampa Bay Shocker, and he's going.
I heard every time they score, they vibrate.
That's like a 16. You were talking about a 16-inch wide glove to fit a 3-man's fingers with a bat.
The kids love them. The kids love them.
Yeah, they do.
No, when Tampa Bay Lightning score a goal, they actually have a Tesla arc.
Mm-hmm.
And they shoot electricity between the arc. It's actually pretty badass.
So what you're telling? So they built the arena on an old nightclub, and they're just using the parts.
Yep, that's exactly it. I think I even think that before that it was actually a Tesla laboratory. Then it was bought out to be a gay club. Then it was bought to be a straight club. Then it went back to a gay club, and then it became an ice arena, and then it became the Ice Palace. So that's the history of that.
I like
this building has a serious identity crisis.
Yep, it's identity crisis across 52 multiverses.
I like to think. I'd like to think it was the same owner the whole time. He was just changing names on the deed.
Just kept rebranding it. I'm just
tired of this, bro.
Just keep rebranding it. It's like
he's like a schizophrenic. He's got multiple personalities. It's like the movie Identity. He just has them all in his head.
That was a great movie.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It's a great movie with John Cusack in it. Great.
John Cusack.
Little Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta. The best line is "Whores don't get second chances." I just love that line. The kid just saying it. The kid just saying it to the one personality in the guy's head is like, "Whores don't get second chances," and he like slits her throat.
That's some real Dante Inferno shit to say.
No, that's real fucked up. That's like, you don't make a wrong turn with me. Like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
You know what I want to know about real quick? I want to know about this new bow that has encaptured like Rich's heart, it turned his cool heart into a tropical warm paradise. I had a metaphor in my head and I fucking lost it.
It's all
good. You're a man of many words, but I got lost there.
I'm a man of many words, but it's like Sudoku. I'm working on it.
That's not where the 5 goes.
Here, right?
The five went there, but the problem is there's also 5 in that same. God damn it! Tell us about this woman now.
Nah.
Why does she have you all hostled up in the car?
Oh no!
You don't get to record the podcast in my room. You need to go out in the car.
No, it's totally different. They don't have Wi-Fi here, so my service inside is way worse.
At least you're not drive down to LTE, man. That'd be horrible.
Or worse, like a Starbucks.
No, I totally could have been inside. I just happen to have better service outside. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Like words are almost a little bit too rough to try to explain it. So we met online and we it was like 3 a.m. just woke up, you know what I mean? Half asleep, flipped open the Tinder, you know what I mean? And happened to swipe, you know, and then the message got sent. Like
Was this a super like?
I'd have to ask her. I don't remember. I think it might have been. I think I might have clicked like nice picture or something, or said something like that, like cute. I forget, but that's to be determined, and that it'll be in the scrapbook. I promise you. But no, dude, it literally. So we talked, and for the entire night, we didn't sleep anymore. And then after like 9.5 hours of talking, maybe 9 hours of talking, she was solidified enough that she came over. And so she just got in her car and drove the 44 miles and came over, and we hit it off. And, you know, she met my daughter, and it was the coolest thing ever. And, you know, she's a mom. She's got a little 3-year-old who's like literally like if you took the faces off these girls and put them in the same outfit, I wouldn't know which one's mine. Like they're the same exact size, little 3-year-old girl. It's adorable.
That does make life easier for you too. The fact that she also has a kid, and it's like you have a kid, and it's just like great. There's nothing going to be odd about this. Like everyone's on the same page of how a kid works.
Yeah, and there's no drama with there's drama, but there's no drama with us. There's drama with like the baby daddy and my baby mama, for lack of better words. So like, you know, I have a difference in opinion, to put it the most polite way, in almost all of, you know, the mother of my daughter's raising habits. Like I would want a sleep schedule, a food schedule, you know, we don't need a play schedule. We're going to play anyways. But like, she's more of an indoor person. I'm an outdoor person. My daughter should be outside. You know what I mean? That's for one of the biggest things.
I was about to say, hit that dome light, baby.
Domed. You got domed.
So would you say you're on cloud 9 right now?
It's like 18, bro. It doubled once. No, I'm not, no bullshit. I'm not even messing with you guys. Like after we met on Friday, we went Saturday without seeing each other. God, I don't know how we did it. You know what I mean? It was rough. Like felt like Vietnam, but I was in my apartment. You know what I mean? Imagine that.
Wow.
Ended up Sunday coming over her place, and I met her mom and her brother and her sister and her sister's child. And it is uncanny how much we have in common. We're both note people, which means we have notebooks and closets full of things that we wrote about nonsense about ourselves. But it's just how we organize like our, you know, deep thoughts and organization in our room. And so like it's like that's a big thing. Like I plan, I schedule, she plans, she schedules. So it's a minute thing, but it's like that. I understand how you go through your life. I
understand how your mind works already.
Yeah, like for a little bit. And then we're both really try hard parents. You know, I have my daughter for the minimum amount of time, but I give her, in my opinion, the maximum effort. as Deadpool would say. And I was just watching that, hilarious. But then the same with her, everything's the same. Both of our significant others are, for lack of a better word, heavily differing in opinions of how children should be raised. That's the most polite way to say it. And
Fair
so be it that me
Mhm.
and her have this cute little thing where, like, every weekend I get my daughter and I'm gonna start taking her here, and she's gonna be playing with kids her age and having fun and interacting and doing what a 3-year-old should do, and it's just
Yeah.
everything's changed, man. Like I've never been more positive thing in my life. Like the thing the thing that I'm most
Way to go,
secure in
Bubbles.
the thing I heard the soundboard.
Yeah.
The thing
so
I'm
thing
most
is, yeah, go.
the thing I'm most secure in life is music. Like that's my most secure thing. You know what I mean? Bad, good, whatever day. Music is like, it's my go-to.
It's a stable datum.
She feels like that now. Like first 3 days we started talking, neither of us ate because we couldn't focus on anything but each other. Like she felt like cocaine. And I've done that, so I can say that.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
In a world
Like,
where everything is shaken about,
you have to have it.
So
Yeah,
you two found stability and linkness, like these two fishes.
We went together like the top of my AirPod Pro top. Click. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you took my metaphor and you made it yours. And I
put my earbud in her case and then shut the top. Like a wedding band on the finger. You know what I mean? But with her heart and my love.
There it is.
Don't read into it.
Aww.
Oh.
Oh man, well, hey, good for you. That's one of the reasons why he wasn't on the episode last week. That guy, Rich was on cloud 9. As Spencer had phrased it, it was a rusting metal. Rusting metal.
It was a thrusting matter.
Oh, that's what he said. It was a thrusting. Yeah,
dude. So she was at my house, and we talked about this pre-air, but we'll just cover it real quick for the listeners. So she was at my crib while I was at work. She decided to come over, and even though I had to work, she was like, I'll come over when you're out. I'll be able to spend time with you. And in the morning before you go to work, be able to spend time with you. So even though it
makes sense,
33% of my day went to her because I work 12-hour shifts and have to sleep. So it was like 16 to 8, and then plus sleep. So it was not even that much time, but it was totally worth it to her, and it blew my expectations. Like her being a mom, me being a dad, it felt like we were both adults and we were both single parents, and we're acting like we're on, like it was just like a little vacation. It was like, oh my God, I'm going to work, I'm gonna come home, you're gonna be here. And it was incredible, and it's been incredible since day one. We've known each other for 9 days, and I, like, honestly, I'd sign any document today.
Fair enough.
And it's like, I don't need third party information. You know what I mean? Like, if we were in a room with you, you wouldn't have to ask me how I felt, nor would you ask her. Like, let me put it that way. Like, I look at her and the background is deleted from my eyes. It's like Photoshop fucking with me. You know what I mean?
Someone just came in and Photoshopped all the unnecessary background details, and all that was left was her. So do we got a name for her, or are you just gonna keep that a secret?
And doxing her is not a big deal. I mean, we're not, you know what I mean?
Just make up a name. I don't care.
I thought Jasmine was the made-up name.
No, that sure. But she's Jasmine because she's my princess, and I'm Aladdin, the Will Smith version.
There you go.
That's beautiful.
Wait, so that would make you Middle Eastern. You'd be that middle, because Will Smith was the genie.
And black.
But no, Will Smith was the genie. You would have to be the other.
Who was a Middle Eastern black man?
Yeah, but Will Smith wasn't with Jasmine. It was the other guy that was with Jasmine. I'm pretty sure I saw the same movie, right? I'm not.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not being.
How did you get here, Rich? I mean, how did you get here, Leon?
No.
By the breath of the gods, I appeared.
But no, I see what you're saying. I was saying she's my Jasmine, so that would allude I'm Aladdin. I'm with you. My favorite character was the genie, so I somehow got to the genie. I smoked the blunt. Leave me alone.
It's funny. For my as a wedding present, someone gave us a portrait of Aladdin and Jasmine because my wife has always likened us to that same exact couple.
Dude,
funny enough.
See what I'm saying? Like, we were fated to be co-hosts to talk about this right now. Spencer, tell us about your Jasmine experience.
I don't have a Jasmine experience.
He's got he's got a hand Jasmine experience. Oh,
Oh.
Oh boy, you bombed yourself with that joke. No, I don't have a Jasmine, but I do have a Little Red Riding Hood.
oh, now that's
A
hot.
Little Red Riding
Little
Hood,
freak.
huh?
She's a little freakish.
And I'm the big bad wolf.
Ooh, I like that. Little
Right?
Red Riding Hood, Big Bad Wolf. Oh,
Yeah.
better the hands to caress you with.
I can imagine like Spencer going in there. He rips off his shirt. Like,
Oh, and it's a hairy chest.
oh yeah, I can imagine.
Masculine, like Timothy
It's like
Dalton.
it's very. You come in there, you just pick her up by one hand. I love it. Next time, record it and send it
She's
to me.
not a Barbie doll. Pick her up with one hand.
That's not possible. I'm sure that's possible. You just have
I
to
don't know.
believe.
I don't think I'm strong enough for one hand.
I mean,
I'm with that. So are you guys? And I mean, I don't know if I've ever had this talk with you before. Since I met you guys, I was always going through turmoil with you know my daughter's mother. So like that created a different outcome and expectation of my speech when it came to relationships. But now that I'm in fairy tale land, as we so call it, and as she told her baby daddy, that's how she told it to him. Like she was like, "We're in a fairy tale. You can deal with it." And I was like, God damn, like, you know what I mean? Talk about security. I finished reading the screenshot and I was like, I'm not questioning shit. Like, you know, just shit was crazy. You know what I mean? I already told the mother of my daughter too. She lost it. She was like, oh my God, you know, you can't have anyone around our daughter. And I was like,
what?
Like what? Like I have coworkers over at 3 a.m. when, you know, on nights she's there to hang out and have a cheeseburger, and she doesn't even wake up. But even if she did, like, she knows them, and she's known them because I have friends and I'm an adult. If I deem someone appropriate to be around my daughter, they're appropriate to be around my daughter. You need not question my parenthood. You know what I mean? So, and she, nonetheless, like, she's throwing stones, like fucking, she's throwing boulders. She's had a boyfriend since 3 weeks after we broke up, and he lives with her. He sees my daughter. He's seen my daughter more than I have for the past fucking 6 months. I tell you that.
Oof,
And I'm not even, bro, because she's not daddy. I don't even know his name. She's never came to my place and been like, hey, look. But I've spent so much time with Erica's daughter, Jasmine's daughter. Her name's Erica. I spent so much time. It's gonna come out.
It's a nice name.
It's adorable name with a K.
Oh,
so Krick?
No,
no,
it's not correct. It's not
Ercika.
He's been listening to too much Star Trek. He's thinking of Carillion or something. Jesus.
First of all, Carillion is a planet from Star Wars, loser.
Oh boy, you opened up the fucking page here. I'm gonna go make myself a cocktail.
I just pulled I pulled the word out of my dictionary. That's all I got.
There you go, bud.
Yeah, but no, it's absolutely outrageous. And like the first time that I had hung out with her daughter, she was so, like, we had such a fun time together playing and stuff. And you know, I pride myself in being a great dad. Like, no bullshit. She straight up like told her father the first time they had a video chat for goodnight. She's like, I did something with Richard. And like today, dude, she's warming up to me so much, it's ridiculous, dude. Like, wow. So much, you know. Like, you know, she was looking at a picture, no bullshit, right? She was looking at a picture of me, Erica, and my daughter, which is Erica's background on her phone. And she goes, "That's mommy." And I go, "Yep." And she goes, "That's Richard." And I go, "Yep." And she goes, "That's my little girl, Estelle." And she goes, "And I'm your little girl too, right?" And looked at me with big old eyes. I was like, "Are you kidding me, dude?" Like, I looked at Erica and like I almost started crying. I was like, this was my thought as a person who dated someone with a kid for a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 in. Like, granted, in my image, it was always an older kid's affection I had to seek. But like, dude, man, I was like, you want to talk about caramel? Because I was melting. You know what I mean? It was something, bro. Like, I don't know. I haven't felt that feeling in a long time. You know what I mean? I know my daughter loves me, and every time we hang out, she, you know, nothing against her mom. Her mom's a great mom, but you know, she's always like, I want to go to Dad's. She want to stay at Dad's, and I don't want, you know. And I've never fought with her to take her, but she always fights to stay.
Aw.
So it's a good feeling, man.
I learned something interesting about my wife today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Well, she gets so not separation anxiety while I'm in here recording this show with you guys, but she tells me that whisper.
She tells. Well, I'm gonna get down low for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her so if she gets she leans against the door and then she listens in on the podcast while we're recording the podcast because she wants to hear my voice. That's how much
I find that so romantic, bro. I didn't know you were.
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't that the most adorable? Because I know who's out there is my cats. Because as soon as
I can feel her love through your headphones, she loves you.
I bet you.
That's awesome, bro.
But I didn't even know she was doing that. I mean, like I know the cats are out there because as soon as we finish recording this podcast and I open up the door, the cats are immediately like meow, 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 feed us.
And then she's like meow.
No, she's more like yep. No.
Yep. Spencer, where?
No, she's a
Spencer,
fox.
Where's your love at, bro? I'm talking about my gooiness, caramel, and he's got like a third ear and a third eye. I don't know what's going on with him. It's lovey. So what's up with you, bro?
I'll put it this way. Let's call it like a hard candy show right now.
Ooh, coding.
It's coded at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's just I don't know. It's been really like I can't say it's been as enthusiastic as you guys, but then again, like there is enthusiasm there. It's just I haven't seen her like in the last 18 days because she was house sitting.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just you're playing you're playing it cool. You're just playing it. You're playing the vibes. You're just playing the vibes. I get it.
I mean, I love how gooey you guys are getting. Like, I really, really love that. Like, I do that with her, but like when it comes to like just being in public, I'm just like, I'm insecure to do that.
You're not insecure to do that. Let your vagina
to express
show.
emotion like that when I do with her, like private, it's like.
I'm kind of with Spencer on that one. I'm not really big on showing such public displays of affection in public. My wife would come up to me while we're in line somewhere, if we're in queue, and then she just gets on me and she starts kissing my neck and my face, and I'm just kind of just sitting there just like letting her do it, but I'm not really making any moves on my end because I don't want to do that. I don't want to just start kissing. I'll give her a kiss, I'll peck her on the face, I'll peck her lips, you know what I mean? But then that's as far I don't want to make out. Not looking to make out.
Yeah.
It's like I'll hug you.
Okay.
But that's as far as
so let me give you an example. Okay, so like I don't even remember what was said, but it was something like, what was that look for? I don't know. Doubt me? I'll kiss you 267 times in the face. And I did. So like, and I counted. So like, you know what I mean? Like that's, it's lovey-dovey. Like, bro, I don't know.
It's puppy dog love, and that's beautiful.
But it's not though. This isn't honeymoon. Like this isn't like I just met you and oh my God, woohoo, I'm 19. Like this is totally different. Like she has a child, I have a child, she has a life, I have a life, and it's like separating that is a big deal. To introduce someone to your mom after meeting them for 24 hours is a pretty big fucking deal.
I agree. I'm very surprised to hear that. I don't know anybody's do that fast.
Took 3 years before my wife met my mom. Or my
3 years?
Took 3 years.
3 years. There was
because I'm ashamed of I'm ashamed of my family. Okay, guys. I'm just.
That's fair. That's
fair. They're embarrassing.
It's better to be ashamed.
They give me Indian birds. They give me wedgies. They call me names.
They give you wedgies.
They still give me wedgies, and they're my younger brothers. It's even worse.
Oh my gosh.
Even my mom gives me a wedgie. She's horrible.
She's horrible.
You got therapy for that one, right?
I think I did.
I think I did
somewhere. I don't know when.
Well, guidance counselor.
As long as I keep taking these, I won't remember anything. So,
What are those?
No.
Leon?
No.
What are those?
No. You don't need to know.
You show, but you cannot tell?
They're tack things to attach, the cords to my cable for the internet.
Wow. Wow. So they provide the harmony of the flow of electricity.
Yeah, that's all they are. Look, see, they have the little things, little vice grips here.
That's beautiful. You should make a necklace out of that.
I mean, I want to make a necklace out of teeth, but yeah, this is a start.
That is a start. And then you can work your way up the teeth zone.
right, punching them out of people's faces and keeping them as trophies kind of thing.
There you go.
Yep. I'm playing by Yu-Gi-Oh rules. I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh.
What is Yu-Gi-Oh?
Bro. A card
close?
game from Japan.
Was that close? Was I close? Did they do that in the show?
They battle each other.
Yeah, but did they keep teeth?
No.
Oh, then I guess I'm wrong.
Have you guys ever seen Raid 2?
No, I haven't,
Legends,
but I've heard it.
That gay ad from Facebook.
What's that?
That Raid Shadow Legends, that gay ad from Facebook.
Raid Shadow Legends.
No, there's a movie called The Raid.
Yeah.
There's part 1 and 2. Now, like, you can watch part 2 without watching part 1, and like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But like, I remember watching the first one, and it's like pre-John Wick. So like, what we know as John Wick is like essentially what was the birth or something that came out of this movie previously, or was an influence to John Wick, so to say.
Yeah.
And then after that, like they like made like the Raid 2, and I've never seen it. I only saw the first one, then I see the second one, and I'm just like, hey, this is the greatest action scene, like fist action fighting scene I've ever seen.
Love a good fisting.
Right? Dude, there's so much fisting going on.
I love it. I'm already into it.
I never knew the aluminum back could sound so chilling in my lifetime. Anyway, so picture it's like Godfather 2 like meets like martial arts. So there's like a whole lot of like, family working, family mafia stuff, like, and you just see this whole thing undeveloped, and it's just like, where has this film been my whole life? This is amazing. I need more action like this.
The cast of the Raid was in the cast of Raid 2 was in Star Wars Episode 7. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
So do you know
Episode 7?
Yeah,
so you got 5, 6. So that's
the Force Awakens. The fourth Awakens. Go with it. Let's go with it.
Can you guys hear me right now?
A little bit.
I can hear you all great darkness.
Yeah, darkness right now.
Master of the darkness. Yeah. How are you?
I'm not bad. Yeah, you guys froze for a minute. I could hear you the whole time. But yeah, no.
Are you underwater?
I've never heard of that.
I feel like this is The Abyss.
James Cameron's The Abyss. Oh man, that's a good movie right there, bro.
Right? That's a wet movie.
I'm actually in a spaceship, and Sigourney Weaver is next to me. So
that's America's aunt right there.
America's aunt.
America's aunt.
You say aunt, Spencer? You say aunt?
I thought that's what Leon said. I thought he said it's America's aunt, and I'm like, how is she America's aunt?
Well, like America's aunt, but like some people say it with a U, and some people say it like the animal.
Yeah.
How do you say?
It depends what day it is. It's Sunday, so I say it like an ant.
That's like, depends on where the moon. It depends on what phase of the moon we're in.
In the show Psych, the guy always gets things wrong, and he'll look at his buddy and be like, "I've heard it both ways." And his buddy is like, "No, you have not." It's just so fucking fun.
That is a show I still need to watch along with Monk.
Bro, Psych and Scrubs are my top 2 favorite shows. Period. Like,
who would be a Scrubs guy?
I grew up. My mind works like JD. When I grew up through trauma, I lived through JD vicariously. Not vicariously.
I could see that.
I know the difference. Yeah.
Hey, as long as you know, that's all that matters.
Scrubs is a very good show, man. I love it. Except for the last like season where it was a whole new cast. That shit was terrible.
Dude, no. It was an extra season of love. I got to see JD and Turk more. Leave it alone.
There was no JD. There was Turk and there was Dr. Cox.
They were both there. They were doctors, bro. The JD and Turk were doctors. What
not in the last. No.
If you fucking get on me about Scrubs knowledge, you're about to take that bandana off. Let me tell you.
I love where this conversation's going.
Bro, Scrubs, I've seen every episode 4 times, bro. Oh man, let me tell you. I could recite every episode.
All right, at season 6, episode 3.
I didn't do it numerically. I did it emotionally. No, but like no bullshit. Like if I hear 3 lines from like an episode, like I'm like, oh yeah, this is what happens this entire episode. Like it's scary bad.
What's your favorite episode?
Dude, probably the last episode of the first 8 seasons when they dropped that projector screen in the parking lot and played all JD's memories. Every single that song, Peter Gabriel, "The Book of Love," is a song I constantly go back and listen to because it's a beautiful song, and they play it and they show all the memories that they're not going to show in the show because they're not showing 10, 20, 30 years later. And they put gray beards on everyone. It's just, oh my God, you get to see them with kids, and you get to see 50 years in 50 seconds. And every time I see it, I cry.
Okay, so according to this, yes, you're right. Zach Braff was reprising.
I know I'm right.
For only 6 out of the 13 episodes. This was only.
He said it was like 1 episode. That's 50%. That's.
Hold on, but this was to assist. Okay. This was to assist in the transition of the series because this series was supposed to go on to like another season, but because it was so poorly received, it just ended up getting canceled, which is true because that last season did suck.
No, everyone says that. I've never heard someone say it was good. I'm just biased because it gave me more JD time. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? JD and Tucker.
The last season was pretty good. Fresh blood.
With Dave Franco.
Yeah.
Dave Franco. How can you go wrong with Dave Franco?
He stood there pissing a little bit on his pants over and over and over and over, just so that way he could act like he could be a surgeon because he couldn't be a fucking MD.
No, so true. So, what's your least favorite episode, Rich?
My least, I don't know that I have one. I mean, I'll give you my second favorite one, the one with the the one with the black gentleman who's dying in the hospital, and they decide to give up their steak night and go sit with him and talk about life, and I cry every time I see that one too. I don't have a bad episode. I've never watched an episode and been like, man, this was poorly received. Like every single one is just funny tropes. It's girl names for JD. It's a mean Dr. Cox. It's a blonde Elliot, it's a sassy Carla, it's a funny Turk, and there's probably going to be some innuendo.
Who was the brunette that was married to the doctor?
Carla?
Yeah, no, that's that.
Yeah, John C. McGinley's character.
Yeah, hit her.
His wife.
Yeah. I got it on the tip of my tongue. It's killing me.
She's
Dr.
married...
Cox was married to.
I feel bad for not knowing the actress's name.
Jordan.
Jordan.
She was played by what was her name? What's that actress? Because she was on the Drew Carey show.
I remember that.
Yeah, she was.
The Drew Carey show. I watched that.
Kristen Miller. Yeah, she was on the Drew Carey show, and then she was also in Cougar Town, which is also written by Bill Lawrence as well. And yeah. There you go. So, boom. Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, I like her. I like her on that show. She
was different from comedic timing.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, she's so good. I love her on Cougar Town. I like her on Cougar Town, and I love her in the Drew Carey show. Oh, she's fantastic. Yeah. She's fantastic all around.
She's got a great time. How about you, Master of Darkness? What do you think about her?
She's a very fucking well performed actor. I mean, I watched the Drew Carey show with my dad growing up. The beer truck and the fucking drinking bear.
Yeah, pistol.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Such a pistol's a good word. Like she's like dark leather boots Jennifer Aniston of her 50s. You know what I mean? Like she's together, but don't.
Jennifer Aniston.
She's not 40. I'm not insulting her. She's definitely been on SVU too. Like, come on.
Oh my god, I had like a SVU and like Oz were like two shows I just couldn't get enough of in like the early 2000s.
Special Victims Unit. That's CSI,
yeah.
right? Okay. No, that's Law and Order. No, Law and Order. That's
Law and Order SVU. Yeah. And Christopher Maloney would be in both shows, and I'd just be like, "How does this guy do it? Like, he's just so he's so good." And like, you see him as like this crazy villain in Oz, and I'm just like, I can't get enough of this. And then you go see him like attack sexual predators, and you're like, I love Elliot Saber. I can't get enough of this character. It's like he just leaves you wanting for more and more.
I remember this one time I was in a break room at work, and someone had the telly on, and it was Special Victims Unit. And there was this episode. I've never seen an episode. I just know that the Special Victims Unit, my understanding is that it involves cases that are usually against women,
especially heinous
crimes against women. So there's this like one episode I'm watching, and I'm eating my food, and it's two women walking in the streets, and all of a sudden this purse snatcher comes in, and he like struggles with the purse of the woman. The woman is literally, holding back. She's got her own on her purse, and she just eventually goes, you know what? Freaking take it, have it. I don't care. And the guy runs away. 2 seconds pass. He comes back, and she's like, what? And he pops her in the head.
Yeah.
And I remember I just sat there, and I just started laughing so hard. And everyone in the break room looked at me like I was fucking crazy. They go, she just got shot. I go, why? He got the purse. It was unnecessary. I mean, it turns out that what it was is that the husband of the victim had a hit out on her. He paid this person to make it look like a mugging go wrong, but I guess he just forgot to pop her in the head after he's like, oh man, I'm gonna get a purse, man. I'm gonna get this purse. Man, this bitch is really struggling with this purse. Just give me this purse, girl. And he goes, all right, cool. And then he says he's running around the corner. He goes, oh shit, I forgot to pop her in the head. Pop. All right, cool. I'm done. That's
what a life, man. What a life, bro.
I remember an episode of John Ritter where he was like the special guest of the week, but also the killer. And like he's this doctor, and he's like this very like well done manipulated doctor where he's just like, I think he's accused of killing this like embryo. And he's just like, just like, I never did it, blah, blah, blah. And like they keep like pressing him on this, and like finally it's like close to the end of the episode, he's on like trial, he's like answering all these questions, and the lawyer just goes, well, like, did you know so and so? And then all of a sudden he's just like, what? The embryo was alive? And it was just like, they like threw him off completely, and he's just like, I didn't even know her heart was still beating. And I was just like, damn, that's pretty cold to say. When you try and get confession, when you finally do it, it's just like, I didn't know the heart was still beating. Like, I fucked up there. Oh my God.
What a way to get a confession, bro.
Right?
Rich, you were about to say
it's John
something.
Ritter. You're like, Three's Company. The guy's all right. No.
He's America's uncle.
He truly is.
Bob Saget is America's crew dad.
Dude, have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that show? On I believe it's on HBO Max. It's
Jackass.
Prince?
No, it's the famous guy from Jurassic Park. The World with
Close
what's
enough.
that guy's name?
The Oz.
No,
Justice League.
I can't. His
Jeff
name.
Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, the World Through the Eyes of Jeff Goldblum or something, dude.
Isn't that on Disney Plus?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was on HBO. I don't know.
No,
but whatever. No.
Wow.
I'm doxing your opinion. Wrong. No, seriously, such a good show. Teach you. It's like, how it's made, but with Jeff Goldblum.
I love me some Jeff Goldblum.
Dude, I don't know. I never knew I was a Jeff Goldblum guy until Jeff Goldblum was like, "Yo, you're my guy," and I was like,
"You ever watched The Fly?"
Yes. Cronenberg.
Rich, have you ever watched The Fly? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Rich,
so
if
good.
You love Jeff Goldblum, you gotta watch The Fly.
You gotta watch. Let me tell you something, man. You watch The Fly. All right.
You gotta watch The Fly.
It's a Cronenberg film. Stars Jeff Goldblum, okay, and Gina Davis. Okay, Gina Davis from Beetlejuice, she's in it. All right. You need to watch this film. All right, it's really good. All right.
It is really good. All right.
Coming from the words of Leon, there you go. I mean, I was going to try to sell it differently, but that was perfect.
I could say it so many other ways. It's like it's Jeff Goldblum. He's from The Fly. He starts losing parts. It's a fantastic body horror film, and I love it.
And you hired Jeff Goldblum for an act.
I follow pieces. I follow pieces every time I watch it. Bitch.
Every time I watch it, bitch.
Dude, the makeup still holds up in that movie.
Oh my God, the practical effects in that movie are just downright amazing.
Fucking spot on. Yeah.
We were talking about this on our show, on the other show or segment section, whatever you want to call it. And I know we were talking about through text, what are we gonna do after we finish Star Trek? And I said, let's go through all this. Let's go through 60s sci-fi, but I think we should at some point we should go through just what's considered horror sci-fi. So Alien, not Aliens, Alien, The Fly, we go through
Horizon.
Event Horizon. That's such a good movie.
Yes, such a great movie.
It's such a great movie.
Let's do that. Let's do a horror film, but for each decade, like a horror sci-fi film for each decade.
Okay. Well, you know what that actually does cover? That does cover if you did The Fly. That's the 80s. Event Horizon, I think it's in 99, 98 when that came out. So you already covered
97, yeah.
So you already covered the 90s. Now we just need some from the 70s and then the 2000s 60s. And then 60s. Yeah. There you go.
60s. We could do 2001 if you're.
We can watch the Hand of Nanos. There you go.
I like that, the Hand of Nanos. And what about was it Barcelona?
Barcelona.
Not Barcelona.
Suspiria.
No, it's the movie poster that was in Andy Dufresne's prison cell.
Oh man, I got nothing. Got nothing. All right, yeah. All right. I mean, we got
stuff.
We got stuff. Once we, that's the thing. It's like, it started off as a thing like, let's watch all the Star Trek movies, but like, where do you go after 9-10 films plus Galaxy Quest plus 3 more movies? So altogether, you're talking about what, 15 movies? You're gonna hit. That's it. There's a finite to it. It's done after that. We need to extend it. We need to stroke it for all it's worth and just like
this isn't laundry, man. We're having a good time here.
I love you do your laundry, you wring it out, right? Just like you do one of these, right? Like,
Leon's got a fucking washboard in his goddamn apartment.
I know, right? It's my abs actually.
Well, that's what happens. It's my abs. Oh my god!
I've been thinking about getting cut. What?
Go ahead.
I said I've been thinking about getting cut. Like seriously, like listening to some more plates, more dates, like a motherfucker, buying $1,000 of supplements, and thinking about joining the UFC and kicking some ass.
Oh, you want to join?
You just want to join the UFC because you want to meet Joe Rogan.
Hey, no one asked you, but yes.
Hey, listen, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, the only other way to beat him is to get on Fear Factor in 1997.
Yeah. 99.
Yeah, well, let me pull out my I'm gonna pull out my DeLorean and put on the 88-mile tires. We'll get this bitch done.
You're gonna use a DeLorean? Whatever.
88 tires.
Man, there's better ways. There's better ways to time travel than that. You can use a jacuzzi.
Go around the sun.
Go around the sun, or you use a jacuzzi.
Use a jacuzzi, yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yo, can you
use a telephone booth?
I don't see you. I don't see you at all. I see nightness and power lines.
No, I'm aware it's a sky. The next time we do this, I'll have a light prepared for this.
This is like Rich is in the Blair
Rich
is in the Blair Witch Project.
What the hell is that?
Oh, what? I thought we talked about this on the podcast, the Blair Witch, and how it had this like great marketing thing to promote the movie. We talked about this before. Awesome. We talked about this, I think, with Shotgun Mike.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You need to go back and review some episodes, son.
Bro, that's what I look forward to in like 10 or 20 years. Like that seems super intriguing to be like, what did I talk about in 2020?
What was I interested in 2021?
Do I hate myself more now or less? Let's figure it out.
I hate you now.
Let me know. Well, I hated you before.
I hated myself the whole time.
Plot twist. Spencer hated himself the entire time, guys.
I thought you guys were too nice, so I figured I had to hate myself then.
Now, dude, life's a struggle, bro.
Spencer, when you're ever mad, you grab a plush and you give it a squeeze, and all your bad feelings go away, just like that. I hate you, Dad.
Not gonna eat spaghetti and meatballs again.
I'm not gonna do it. Your empanadas suck.
That's the ketchup.
In all realness, I love my father. He's a great man. And I love my family. I don't want anyone here thinking that I don't. I love my family very much. Okay. They're great.
You just admitted that they tired you out.
Shut your mouth. You guys my family is great. And if they're listening to this, I love you, Mom. Okay, I love you, Brandon, Michael, Matthew, Logan, Louis, Sebastian, Daniel. I think that's all my brothers. Am I missing one?
You guys are awfully choppy for me. Can we do goodbyes on my end? And I will have a light and a fucking personal hotspot next time we do this shit.
What?
Huh? What'd you say, Master of Darkness?
Hey, bro, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. I don't want to be MIA.
All right, so we're gonna say goodbye to Rich. Rich, do your plugs.
I don't have plugs. I'll plug your shit. Look below the video because Leon and Spencer are cool dudes.
There you go. There you go.
That's Rich. And I got a note here that says, Rich, you are, in the case of Abby Johns, you are the father.
Okay, well, I'm going to go see Maury, and I'm going to tell him I don't like it.
Can I be a guest on that show?
Yeah, totally.
I always wanted to go on Murray.
All right, later, dude.
Later.
And then there was 2.
Yeah. Like a good horror movie. Speaking of horror movies, I had off of work on Friday. And I was like, what am I going to do today? I'm like, well, I never watched the Friday the 13th films like on Friday the 13th. Let me see how far I can get today.
Then there's only one movie that doesn't have Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. I actually like that one.
The first one.
It's 2, actually.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
Oh, 2. Yeah. Where the guy ends up killing everybody, and he blames it on Jason Voorhees, but it was actually him the entire time. Was that one? Or am I thinking of Halloween? Because a lot of these slasher movies tend to start to kind of blend together. They just blur.
I hear what you're saying, but like, when you watch Jason, you're just like, you watch the first one, you're like, how did this become a franchise?
Right.
And then it's like you watch the second one, you're like, all right, this was like a little punched up from what the first one should have been. Like the second one should essentially been like the first one, just rewritten. Yeah. And then it's like you're watching the third one, you're like, all right, this is okay. This is all right. And then you watch the fourth one, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? It's not even Friday the 13th. It's like Monday the 17th. What's going on here? And then it's like, then after that, it's like, all right, we're done here. We're going to make a new one. It's called A New Beginning. And then you're like, great, Jason's back. And then it's like, this isn't Jason. This is a copycat killer. And then when you find out the motive of the copycat killer, you're just like, okay, I would have done the same thing. Like, I understand.
And then you go to Jason Goes to Hell, right?
No, that's later on. I'm on Jason Lives. I got done with Jason Lives. Okay. And now that's when it gets resurrected from the grave. And like it comes to a point where this one, like, they kind of figure out the formula of how to make it work. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like camp horror, like B-movie horror with comedy in it, and it's just like great. Like the opening shows like going up a close up into like Jason's eye, and then you see the character Jason walking through the eye, like almost like it's like James Bond. And then all of a sudden you see Jason like stare at you through like the eye and everything, and he slashes the iris, and it's just like, okay, this film knows what it's getting itself into. This should be good. This should be entertaining.
It slashed the iris. It's like it's a new term, like jumping the shark. You slash the iris.
Slash, yeah.
They really slashed the iris on this one, guys.
Oh man!
You want to talk about slashing the iris in the Friday the 13th franchise? You talk about Jason X.
That movie's a trip. That I remember seeing in theaters.
That movie, I've never seen it in theaters, but I watch it one night on HBO or Showtime or one of those more premium movie channels. And I watched it. I go, I got nothing else to watch. I'll watch this. And I remember just cracking up from beginning to end, how that movie was just so funny and so ridiculous. He gets healed by the table and he becomes Super Jason.
Yeah. It's just like, oh man, again, like anytime when you think he's officially dead, it's like he gets juiced up again. It's like for a while in the beginning of the series, he was just supernatural, and then he just became like a monster, and then it's just like, all right, this guy's got nanotechnology. Like, I just can't keep up anymore.
I'm still trying to figure out if Jason X is even canon to the rest of the series anymore.
It is.
It is canon?
Oh, yeah. It's
Bravo.
insane what they consider canon. Like that's like
Bravo.
they're just like, yeah, bring it on. We got this, we got that, not a problem.
Bring on Freddy. Bring him on, bro.
Like what I loved about Jason X, or at least what I found funny, the most funny thing for Jason X is when he's in the simulator.
Oh God, I knew you were gonna bring up the simulator girls.
But like one of them is in a sleeping bag and he's pounding against the tree and the thing won't die because it's a simulator, so it keeps talking. He's like, "Why won't you die?" He's just pounding away.
Don't quit your day job, Jason.
Yeah, exactly. But he's gotta work out that sleeping bag, man.
He's gotta work out that sleeping bag, do some squats with it, deadlift it or something, you know.
Deadlift.
I didn't mean to do a pun, but it came out as a pun.
Oh man, that's good. That's gold. So how does it feel to have AC now? Let's go full circle here.
It feels great to have AC again. To the fact that I woke up and it was 72 degrees in my house was just great, because like, you know what would happen is I would, every time it would whatever it was happening that was tripping the circuit, I would have to walk out of my room, cross the living room, into the garage, down to the end, open up the circuit breaker, the fuse box, flip it, wait about 10 seconds, flip it back, and it would work again. And it'll only work for like 5 hours.
That's how you get killed in a horror movie.
Exactly how you get killed in a horror movie. Matter of fact, a fuse box, it's what killed Samuel L. Jackson in Jurassic Park.
That's true. Well, no, the Velociraptors did.
Yeah, because he went to go check the fuse box.
Yeah, he went to go check the fuse box.
He went to go check. And then the one girl ran down there and she's like, "Oh, you're here," and it was just his arm. I still think that's one of the freakiest scenes in a movie ever. It still gets me to say, when you just like that arm comes down and you think, "Oh, he's there," but no, it's just a part of him.
It's like, ha, sick joke, buddy.
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank, bro. This is the Velociraptors on their YouTube channel.
Mommy, why would Steven Spielberg do that to me?
You know, it's because you touch yourself at night.
What? Oh, Jesus.
What? Mom? What?
Dotson. We got Dotson here. See, nobody cares.
Oh God. Oh man. It just always makes me think about that episode of Family Guy where one of the cutaways is Peter Griffin as a kid, and he asked the guy, "What killed the dinosaurs?" And it's like, why did the dinosaurs die out? And the museum moderator leans in and goes, "Because you touch yourself at night."
Some kid's gonna seriously think that one day.
I know that. I thought that was really funny. It's like that time my friend glued hair when we were kids. He glued hair to his palms and went to school one day and went, "Ah, it happened, guys.
I had puberty."
It's like, it actually does happen when you do it. You get hair on your palms.
Oh my gosh.
You never heard, you don't remember that old wives' tale? Like, you know, if you masturbate, you get hair on your palms.
No, we never had that kind of mythology in our town. No,
you never.
No, we hadn't. I never had that kind of mythology growing up.
Yeah,
it was like you shouldn't masturbate. It's kind of dirty. And then it's just like, grab a napkin.
That's it. The cleanup duty is very easy if you line it up just right. I get it.
Right?
It's just only sensible. It's just a very sensible way of doing it.
You gotta take care of yourself.
You do. If you back up, it's hard. I mean, like a week without ejaculation is like 4 months. I get it.
You call it ejaculation. I call it love meditation.
Well, then your trash can must be very enlightened.
I don't like to leave any evidence, so everything goes down the toilet.
You don't just burn the evidence. It all screams. You burn it up.
Is this Evil Dead 3? What's going on here? Burning the evidence.
Yeah, the Necronomicon's made out of foreskin instead. It sounds like a really bad porn version of the Evil Dead franchise, like the Evil Boning or something, or what's a good porn parody name? You know, you have like Game of Bones or the Triple X.
Yeah. So like Evil Dead, I guess it would be like Evil Boner.
Evil Boner.
And the book would be like one of those great masters, sex books to resurrect like people from the dead.
Because if you called it the other way, if you called it Boner Dead, it implies that there's necrophilia in the movie. And you're like, no.
Yeah, no.
We gotta avoid that, guys. We gotta avoid that.
It's like an evil boner, and
it's not a Jeffrey Dahmer. It's not a Jeffrey Dahmer movie, guys. I swear.
Speaking of evil boners, you ever seen Antichrist?
No, but I read the synopsis of that movie, and that was enough.
Yeah, it was.
I read the synopsis of that movie and went, oh my God, there's a lot of genital mutilation in this film.
Oh, there's so much. I went in blindly to see it one day. I was like, oh, William Dafoe, I'm down.
I love William Dafoe. He wasn't playing Jesus Christ, now he's playing the Antichrist. Sign me up. I love it.
Yes, I'm done. Good, let's do it. And then I'm watching, I'm like, wait. And then it's like a slow-mo like train accident that's happening, and you can't look away because these trains are so shiny and everything, and you're like, I want to turn away, like it'll be disrespectful to stare at this, but I gotta know how it's going to happen. And then you watch and you're like, never again.
That's how I felt about The Passion.
Oh, Mel Gibson's The Passion?
I've never, full honesty, just like Antichrist, haven't seen it.
What? Why haven't you seen it?
I'm not really interested in it. That's all I can really say. It's just something.
Did you see The Last Temptation of Christ though?
I started it, but I never finished it. With Willem Dafoe?
William Dafoe. Yeah. Harvey Keitel.
Yeah, I started it. I think I only got like 15 minutes into it, and I think I had to shut it off because of something came up, and I never got around to it again. Because I remember I kept telling myself, I gotta watch this movie. I heard it's really good, but I haven't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's an interesting version to watch. I was just like I actually prefer that over Passion. Like Passion is like making a point of how it's glorifying the torture porn of Jesus Christ, and it's really is.
Some would argue that was Jesus's true passion, and that's why it's a very poignant piece of film in Christianity, because Jesus died for your sins, right? That's the whole thing.
Our sins,
right? So that's why he died for everybody. He died for the Muslims, he died for the Jews,
everybody.
He died for the Abrahams.
He didn't believe the guy. He still died for you.
He still, even the people that go, one of the things I learned like 10 years ago is that there's actually a form of philosophy called Christian atheism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You ever heard of this?
No, enlighten me.
Okay, so it's been a while since I've read about this, but I'm going to say it to you with my mouth, and then I'm going to look up the synopsis on it online. But Christian atheism is still atheism, right? No belief in a higher power, no belief in an afterlife. That you get that whole principle, right? That whole philosophy of anti-theism.
Mm-hmm.
But you believe in Jesus Christ as an actual historical figure who preached love and peace between his fellow man. So that is what Christian atheism is. But now I'm going to actually look it up on the Wikipedias really quick. So, all right, here we go.
What's the point? What's the point of actually making the exception for this? What's the takeaway? The takeaway
is that you believe that he's a real historical person. He really lived. But
why?
But he wasn't the son of God. Because there is no God. But he was preaching love and he was preaching peace between man, and that's what got him killed right in the end. Because Romans.
But why is this guy alive? Why isn't it Moses?
Why is it not? Because because even historians can prove that Jesus did exist. It's kind of like one of those things. It's like if you look at some certain historical artifacts, there is proof that shows that Jesus actually was a living character, was a living person. That's why, opposed to Moses, you really can't find a lot of, evidence on that. But okay, so here's the Wikipedia definition of that. Christian atheism is a form of Christianity that rejects theistic claims of Christianity, but draws its belief and practices from Jesus's life and or teachings as recorded in the New Testament Gospels and other sources. Now, this can take other forms like an ethics system, a culture, some types of cultural Christianity. Some Christian atheists take theological positions in which the belief transcended or interventionist God is rejected or absent in favor of finding God totally in the world. There's just like other ways to, but yeah, this is an actual thing, Christian atheism. So there you go.
Interesting. Well, speaking of Christian atheism, let's tease it off for next week's show, Star Trek episode 6.
Whoa, undiscovered country.
Indeed.
What? So, I mean, like, man, when we talked about, Star Trek 5 the other day, I was all like, what? And you were like, what? And it was so cray. That whole callback, it was, and then you picked your nose at one point, and I said, why are you picking your nose? That's really, all right, I guess I'll just do it with you in solidarity. Remember that part? That was so crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Leon. You nailed it.
Fantastic, homie. All right.
I can't wait. Rip Torn was incredible in that movie.
He was. I know. I was like, what? Crazy. Rip Torn, the guy from Baker's? What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
And IMDb. I mean, and MIB.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You got any plugs before we bounce off? Letterbox Media.
Letterbox, Rufio 86. Check me out. Like my stuff. I like you back. Let's follow each other. Let's make some friends here. Let's have some good time. Enjoy each other's writing. Rich? Excuse me, Leon? Leon. I know you're the real writer. So tell us what you're publishing. Tell us what you're selling. Where can we get your material? All
right. So I decided to delay the release of that short novel that I was going to do. Favor into looking into what would it take to actually get it professionally edited and proofread, and have someone really have a professional really take a look at it, because this will be my first published work that I want to put out there. So I really want it to go. So that's going to be delayed until further notice, but you can still check out any other writing. I did make a blog post recently that was just basically a journal on my blog, which is Still Foxes, StillFoxes.home.blog. Check me out there. And of course, you can always check out Spencer and I talking about the Star Trek for now. On our space, it's made in a Hollywood basement, beaming every Wednesday.
Indeed. Leon, you have a great night. I'll see you soon.
You know it, dog. Take it easy. Peace out. Right. Deuce out. Dills out, bro.
Peace out.
And that's if they won't listen.